What a beautiful day. Well, there's a block of quartz, but I'm sure that's nothing to be suspicious of. Whoa! Hashtag giggled. I think somebody's been watching a little bit too much Hermitcraft lately. Hey everybody, Gigglebot here. Welcome back to another episode on the TampaCraft server. This is episode number 3, and today we're out here at the Neuschwanstein Castle build. Now, over the past couple of days, I've been spending some time in my mines collecting these 2 shulker boxes of cobblestone that I'm going to be using for the foundations over here at Neuschwanstein. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to fill it in, but that's okay because they were talking about wanting a dungeon and things like that too when I met with Dodging last episode. But I think what I have is going to be able to make a pretty good dent, at least, in what we need to do here as a project. And I think the best way to show this off is in the form of a time lapse. Now today, my friends, I thought I would tell you a little bit about the person behind the Gigglebot. Like I had mentioned in my last episode of The Homestead, I run a second YouTube channel where I make all of the music that you hear me use in this channel. And I'll leave a link to that down in the description. Now, aside from being a YouTuber and musician, I'm also a voice actor, I'm an actor, I'm a graphic designer. I do a lot of things. I have a lot of things on my plate. Right now, I'm in a show. It's Shrek the Musical, which if you're unfamiliar with it, the Broadway show is on Netflix. It's absolutely hilarious. I recommend watching it. But I'm currently in that show, and I play the role of Donkey. Now, that show is entering production now, which means I'm going to have a lot less time to spend making videos and things like that. So for the next maybe a month and a half or so, I think I'm going to have to cut back on my Wednesday uploads, which means no more Homestead for the next little while. I'm not done with the series by any means. I'm just taking a break so that I can have a little bit less on my plate for right now. I definitely plan on coming back to it because I have a lot more planned for that series. I just can't do it right now with everything that I do. But when we come back, it'll be in full swing. I'll have nothing else to do, so I can put some really good effort into some really good episodes. Anyways, I'm just about done building this base, so let's get right back into the video. And welcome back to the castle build, where obviously I underestimated the amount of cobblestone I was going to need. Now, to be fair, I finished out the entire base as well as finished half of the top here, so I think next time 2 shulker boxes will be just the right amount to finish out this base here. But I very seriously underestimated the absolute massive scale of this entire thing. So I think I'll leave this for later because I have some other things that I would like to get to today. Now, one thing that I think I could have benefited from when I first started on this server 3 weeks ago is a nice starting tavern, or just like a room to stay in, like just a starter kit in general. Because the first couple of in-game days, I died several times before I was able to actually get the tools that I needed to play. So I think I'm going to take the stuff that I have in this shulker box right here, and I'm going to do my best to make a nice starting inn that has, I'm going to try to keep it with a constant supply of food and tools and obviously a couple of beds and things like that, just so that new players or players who die and get kicked back to spawn won't be completely hopeless. I think this right here will be the perfect spot for a nice little traveler stop here. It's just behind the main spawn building. That's the room that you spawn in right there. You come down this way and you'll be able to go to this castle that's down this path here. But first, you can stop right here at what's going to be the Gigglebot rest stop. I need to come up with a better name than that. Now, I don't have a lot to work with here, just the stuff that's in this shulker box, so I'm going to have to conserve my materials pretty well. I think I'm going to start out by doing an outline, kind of like you would see on a floor plan or a blueprint or something like that, and then I'll start building up walls and adding the roof and details from there. You get away from me. You get away from me and my bed and breakfast. I don't want none of your kind around here. I can call you what you are on this server. You guys are pillagers. Har! Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm starting to think that this was a really bad idea. Just running into a fight like that, All right, that's the last one. They're all taken care of. I took quite the beating there. Look at me. I've got an arrow right in my mouth, straight in the teeth. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I guess I'm going to be paying my dentist to visit a little bit later on. Anyways, this is the shape that I've settled on for my bed and breakfast. And like I said, very, very small. It's literally just going to be like main lobby area here with like maybe 2 or 3 rooms back here that have like a chest with some tools and some food and a bed. And that's it. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It just has to be practical. But now I'm going to try to make this look as nice as I possibly can with the materials that I have on hand. It's almost like a sort of a building challenge, if you will, to have minimal materials and make the nicest thing you can out of those minimal materials. So I will get working on this, and I'll check back in with you guys in a few minutes. And done. I may have gotten a little carried away and, well, completely finished this thing, but look at this. I built a lovely little bed and breakfast, very nicely, quaintly detailed. I very much enjoy this. I did a little bit of a different roof style. Usually you put the accents just like right alongside the main wood that you use for the roof, but this time I did a little bit different and put it a block down. Not sure entirely how I feel about it, but you know, it looks cool for now. I've got a nice, scraggy chimney and things like that. It's a very quaint, very homely looking place. Now I have a book here that pretty much explains the purpose of this whole place better than I think I could just telling it to you. So it says, "Welcome to the Rusty Cog, a bed and breakfast by Gigglebot. Feel free to sleep in a bed, take some tools and food, and warm yourself by the fire. Everything here is free, but donations are always accepted. Happy travels, Gigglebot." I left it at one page because people tend to leave it on the last page. It gets kind of frustrating sometimes. But yeah, we got a nice little fireplace here. We got 3 rooms. Now, one of them is a block smaller than the other 2, but it's okay. It's just a chest and a bed in all 3 of them. And each chest has some basic tools and a little bit of food. And I plan on keeping that restocked because I have my great big farm back at my base, and I have access to some iron by my friend Bot JD here on the server. Has a nice iron farm. I can buy iron from him. So yeah, this is really great. I'm really proud of it, and hopefully this will be a good place for new players or players who died and don't have a way to get their stuff back to kind of come here and get their bearings. I'm going to be placing signs around the spawn area a little bit to kind of give people direction, because this is in less of a less traveled area than most of the other shops at spawn. So I'm going to be placing some signs and things like that just to let people know that, hey, this is here too. It's completely free. Enjoy yourself. But anyways, I have been getting messages from Dodge Inc. on Discord. He wants to redo his shop. He has a shop he calls the Spook Shop, but he's going to completely redo it, rebuild it, going to turn it into a terraforming shop. So supplying all of the supplies for terraforming, and he wants me to help him rebuild it. So let's meet him with that. So what's your vision here? Just kind of building up a mountain around this?
Okay, so what I was thinking was, because it's going to be a terraforming shop, it's going to sell terraforming things for people who don't like to grind,
right,
to find their materials. So I'm thinking like a mountain with some grass on top, maybe a tree somewhere.
Okay.
Like a custom built tree.
That's right up my alley.
And if we just keep the inside the way it is, I can work with the inside and transform it into the terraforming shop.
Okay.
I'm not very good at terraforming myself. I haven't experimented a lot with that kind of stuff.
You haven't experimented with it, but you want to sell it as a service?
Yes, that's exactly why.
Awesome. Awesome. Very very adventurous of you. I like it. Yeah. Let's get this going. Like, do you want it to be like a hill or more like a plateau kind of look? Because I could go with either one.
Well, like flat on top, or what do you mean there?
Yeah, that's what I mean by plateau. Is like it comes on top and then it just kind of cuts off, sort of. Like we could have like a little hill on top of that. Like it wouldn't be just completely flat, obviously. But I think like if you wanted a tree, and even like we could put like a small pond up there or whatever, I just think we would have a lot more to work with if we had a plateau up there rather than like a rounded hilltop.
All right, let's go with the plateau then. That sounds like a better idea.
All right.
So do we want to take this from the edge and go in flat to finish it off?
I think as far as flat goes, this is actually good. We might want to take this little bit, like this little hill that's getting started here, and just move it back so that it can be like the start of like a small river going into a pond, and then bring that pond maybe center-ish, have a tree going over, and then bring the waterfall out from it down here and use that as the door.
Okay. So can you explain a little bit how this redstone is going to work for the observers?
So the observers, I have an observer tower going up right now. So it's basically going to send the redstone input directly upward, which is what makes observers so great, because before that, the only way you could do that was through like a torch tower. And sometimes the torch tower didn't exactly line up to where you wanted it to be, and that was a huge pain, and you had to rework all your redstone. But now, this observer tower here, obviously observers work by detecting a block update in front of it and sending a pulse out. So it detects the observer in front of it and keeps sending pulses out until it reaches the top and eventually powers or unpowers these pistons.
Okay. You have a note block?
Yeah. It's the only item in the game that gives a single redstone pulse output.
Oh, so okay.
Really handy for observers.
I guess the way your observer is right now, it has to see the output?
Yeah, so well, basically what happens is it detects a block update. So basically, if this note block outputs sound, it's going to be an update, and it's going to push this piston. So just like that.
Okay.
Basically what this does is it turns a single pulse input into an infinite output.
Okay.
What is the current state of the pistons? Are they up or down?
They are down.
They're down. Good. Good. Okay, I think I fixed it. Alrighty. I think that does it. Yes, sir. I would say that this is a very good build.
It looks out of place, but it looks like it sells what it says it sells.
Oh yeah, and the kind of out of place that it is a good kind of out of place, I think.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say to the fans, to the subscribers?
Well, I'm not sure.
Put you on the spot. I understand that.
I want to really thank Mr. Gigglebot over here for giving us a hand on the shop build, and I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup of our boxes before I go, and we will see you guys next time.
Well, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Have a good evening.
You too. And here it is in its completed glory. It looks so nice to be able to walk up to it and things like that. Look at that shop. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm really proud of this redstone that I did. This redstone waterfall suppression here. This, you may not know this about me, but I am pretty good at redstone. I'm decent enough. And we have a pretty cool little waterfall here to prove it. Now, people are probably not going to use this function. It's more of a novelty thing, but you can swim right through it. It's all good. But yes, I am incredibly proud of this shop. It took Dodgink and I several hours to get this just right, but I think it was well worth the time getting all of the little details in this thing, because it looks so lovely. And pretty soon, we're going to be selling some items for terraforming. But anyways, guys, that's about all the time that I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then please kindly thank that like button down below. And if you really, really enjoyed it, then please give me a subscribe. Both of those things really help me grow my channel. But anyways, folks, I'll see you next time.